Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once more to get a Grigsby's War in the East as we continue with the Irae campaign. So now we have made our movements down in the south here in the Caucasus. Not entirely, I mean we still do have this Italian motorized division. I mean, I hesitate to call it a motorized division, I suppose it still is, it's just it's not a very well armed one. We do have some light tank destroyers, and when I say light tank destroyers, I am not kidding about light. So we have motorcycle squads. The rifle squads don't seem to be motorized at all. Okay, so it's really iffy in calling that a motorized. Though it does give me a nice opportunity over here, and we do have the Hungarian forces over here to the east. Sorry, to the west. I could use them to help me out. Quite considerably here. How much manpower is here? Okay, only one bit of manpower. Yeah, I think what we'll do then is we'll advance here behind the river, try to push towards this village or town. There we go. I do have some Italian forces over here. Just push that headquarters and airfield back. Obviously, this town, city, is not being occupied for the moment, but that's okay. We'll be able to make do for the present time. Okay. So we still have the Soviet forces down here in Sevastopol. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of dislodging them, considering I'm going to imagine, yeah, heavy fortifications. I mean, level 5 fortifications. I think that's the first time I've seen level 5. So there's not going to be any getting through that. I can guarantee that one. Okay. Now what I'm considering here is perhaps going all the way to the rear and cutting off their supply, which can be achieved. Look at it, we'll go for it. In the end, it's only about 8,000 troops. And we'll push back south. Push a little bit further north. Okay. So we do have the second Soviet tank corps over here, they're encroaching. Okay, your headquarters is over here. What we'll do then is we'll use the forces of the 9th Panzer Division, and we'll push back the cavalry divisions here, and the infantry can be more or less ignored. But basically, we can gather these tank corps and completely cut them off from all supply. So we have here the 2nd Tank Corps, the 29th Tank Corps, the 9th Tank Corps, the 20th Tank Corps, and the 1st Guard Tank Corps, and the 34th Tank Corps. So that's quite a large assembly of armoured forces. Okay, you can't go for a full attack, sadly, but that's fine enough. Okay, they routed. Righto. Okay, that's much better. Do the Italians actually have any support? So they do. Wow, they have a lot of flame tanks actually. They're fairly handy. Especially for city operations. Croatian, Italian Legion, anti-tank, heavy howitzers. So they're not lacking too much in the way of actual support, it's just they don't have too much. But then again, we have a hell of a lot of this here. In regards to the Italian legions, let's see. I don't think there's going to be much in the way of breaking through here. It's just simply, yeah, I don't know. As far as Italian forces, I suppose I might as well assign it to here then. There's not much else. I mean, that is a lot of firepower. That's a hell of a lot of firepower. We can share it out later on. Hopefully that gives them some meat. Have the forces in contact with the Soviets assigned to that corps. Okay. So these forces are all now counted as cut off. So it's still going to be hard fighting, but inevitably we will destroy them down here in the south, force them to capitulate. Then we can move to the north. Okay. So I'd like to establish this position on the river. I'm still trying to draw them further to the south here. We could cross the Volga. Which I shall. Good. Now I'm going to try and hold that position open. Okay, the 1st SS Motorized Brigade is there to help. Okay, they held. I mean, no wonder they did have that town to hold on to. So what do we have here then? We have the 26th Army. Right, have the Romanians attack. Okay, so we can push over the Romanians. So we have the 26th Army. Beyond the 26th, we have a unknown headquarters. Okay, so the idea of this advance is basically we're going to try and open the way up towards Saratov. That is the idea here. So from Saratov, we'll then push onto Kielbaichev. These forces are fueled and ready to go. We just need to open it up. Now we do have rails onto here, so if we are... I don't know. If we're unable to really force issue this turn, we can always move forward via the rail and preserve that fuel. So then... we need to force issue. Now this river will slow us down as well as this river over here, and be rough terrain. So it's going to be somewhat difficult. We're not going to have the smooth movement I would like. Okay, they held. Have you transferred command? What's up, Gabe? How are you? Yeah, it is early. I don't have too much time before work, so I thought I'd get some one of the Eastern. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine it's 5 AM in the States. It's about, just gone 10 o'clock here. Now, they did withdraw a hell of a long way. I mean, there's a lot of ground given there. Well, to be honest, it's not a lot of ground given, but it's a lot of forces freed up. I mean, that was an incredibly strategic move there. And I applaud them for that move. That was absolutely... yeah, they needed to do that. Though the thing is, it allows me to further concentrate forces. It does leave me scrambling to try and fill the gap in, though. Have I played Panzer Corps before? I played a little bit of Panzer Corps. It's a good game. It's a very difficult game. I think sometimes it feels a bit like too artificially hard when you're working against a time limit, and even though you're just about to achieve the objective, you still fail due to the time limit, which I find a little bit irritating. Okay. I was hoping to force them to abandon the position, but that's still good enough. I'd love to take the position here along the River Oka. Okay, that rail line's still cut off. Now we are going to fall back across the river here. And now what do we actually have in Kostroma? In Kostroma we have absolutely jack shit. So we're going to pull back from there. I'm going to pull back across the river. The reason being it's better supply-wise and also defensively. I mean, in the north we've achieved everything we need in the north. Leningrad has fallen. The Volkhov front has been absolutely annihilated. And the losses for the Red Army are now at a staggering 9.13 million. 1.74 million Soviets killed, 5,551,454 captured, a further 1,843,561 disabled. So yeah, they're lacking on troops after that. How are you doing there, Kazah? Okay, so yes, we will pull back across the river. It's a shame to abandon the city. In fact, bugger it. If I can hold on to the city with another division, I will do, but for the time being, we're going to pull back. It's nice enough, but oh well. Whoops. I mean, that pullback has lightened the load here and significantly strengthened our defensive position. And I could try to push up to that river line there, force them to have to move their way through the heavy woods. But we'll hold off for the time being. Okay. So how much rail capacity do we have? We have 34,000. We have the 27th Panzer Division over here. They don't have a large amount of panzers though, do they really? I think I'd rather move the veteran panzers out first. Alright, we have those troops on the line. Let's move them off the line for the moment. I need them assigned to a command. I think we'll have the 18th remain in the north. Or I could always have them assigned to a Finnish command. Well, we have the 18th over here, so I might as well have the 16th. Obviously look after their own troops. The thing is, obviously I can transfer cores out to something else. You know, this is when something like the Dark Sour events would be great to have. The bitter piece would fire pretty soon. Well, the thing is, this is the bitter end scenario, so the fact is we've already pretty much won. I mean, if we'd have been playing the normal scenario, the normal campaign, then we would have won. But this is to the bitter end. And I'm looking forward to the winter of 1942. I'd like to see what the Soviets might have to throw against me. Okay, so we're going to keep our forces staging here. We do have further armoured forces over here. In all honesty, we do have the rail line up to here, so I think what we'll do then is probably push forward, save... well, it's not going to cost us too much in the way of fuel, ideally. Though I might as well just wait here, I suppose. It's not far to Saratov, but if we could lighten the distance without using too much fuel, that'd be nice too. Okay. I see. Right. This one line we need to really... And let's take a look. Yeah. I need to convert this line from Vladimir. Have it attached to AGC. Okay, so we just need to finish converting this line, and then once we have this converted, that should strengthen the rail connections in the north. And they have been fairly damaged. Oh, but we did have this connection once upon a time. There we go, so Finland and the rest of German-occupied Russia is finally connected via rails, which is absolutely superb. That's really going to ease up the supply situation there. And we do have a hell of a lot of occupied territory. Okay, we'll head over this way. So really we need to marshal the 16th and 18th armies. And it seems Firefox has crashed yet again. Okay. Not entirely sure if it's still streaming, which is really irritating. That is really irritating. I don't know why I use Firefox and it keeps crashing like this. I'm going to assume it's stopped. That is really irritating. Okay, there we go. So, I think everything's live. Everything seems to be live. I was hoping it was going to continue as like one solid live stream rather than split up into multiple parts. That'd be really irritating. Since when do you stream? Since really I just don't have much time to record. It's far easier for me to stream than it is for me to record as such. And it's a lot of fun too. I like interacting with people. Makes it interesting. Okay, so back into the things. So we need to have these forces assigned by their corps to their respective positions, and then once we have the opportunity, we will transfer different infantry corps out from the front line. To be fair, I might keep a corps or two, possibly an army in reserve. Well, not an army. It's not the Red Army. We'll go for corps, keep a couple of corps potentially in reserve, so once the winter does hit or we do need to reinforce a certain sector, then we can do. Okay. Now the Finnish forces over here. Well, these are the... Actually, yes, they are Finnish. Cool. Wait, no. No, these are actual German troops. Okay. Right, we need them transferred back to German command. These Finnish forces over here, though, can start moving back. Okay, it's going to take some reorganization, but it'll be worthwhile. The panzers are stuck in the north for the time being, while the rail lines are made ready once again. See, I need this connected up as well. We need a lot of redundancy in the rail network. Okay. I think we'll start heading towards the rail line in the south. Which command is this then? So this is the first corps. Right, these Jaegers need to be assigned to their own specialized corps. Okay. I suppose we'll move the 18th Army down here. And the 16th Army, this is it. I might just have this command, all these forces over here in the north as well. I might have them put under the 18th Army command, then the 16th Army command can slot its way down here. I mean, really, we need to take Gorky. Gorky is another prime target in the north. Oh, one of the few targets left. Gorky Kazan. There is Kirov to the far north, with some production. Molotov. Yeah, there's a few cities, but they are still quite far away. Okay, have these forces reassigned for the time being. Have them organized in the future. Right, Finnish command can go over here then. Do we have this rail line? Oh, we don't even have this rail line. God damn it. This is going to be a lot of fun to organise. Right, there we go, full call. No, I didn't mean to assign you to the 16th. Okay, 13th. Have you reassigned? Okay. So they can be passed on to another headquarters. In fact, I think these might have been troops that were transferred from other commands. Wouldn't be surprised about that one. Right, so we have Luftwaffe Jaegers over here. Okay, we'll have you forces head towards, let's see. Where do we have rails? So we have rails down here, so we can have them head that way. Then this could be the reinforcement corps I was talking about. Where is it? Right, so there's 18th Army headquarters, okay. So that's the Volkov front reorganized for the time being. And I can push this army further down. I'll really just reinforce it. I mean, these troops over here could be sent to reinforce the 9th Army, which would give them some nice firepower. And then we could try to take Gorky. I think Gorky will fall. It's an inevitability at this point in time, really. Okay. Now, I'm still trying to draw the Red Army further south so I can take them in a pitched battle. Right, now to deal with the interior. There's a lot of partisans to the south. You know what, I'm going to consider motorizing these. Then again, I don't think they'd perform very well, would they? There's a reason to and there's a reason not to. I mean, it'd be nice to have them motorized so that they could move very quickly and quite far. But obviously they'd be using fuel. There'd be a lot of breakdowns. Not really worthwhile then. Alright, there we go. There's a headquarters I forgot about. Awesome. That actually fills that problem in quite nicely. I could always have them sent to refit as well, actually. Wouldn't hurt. Let's take a look at the table equipment here. It has taken a few hits. Not too bad though. Okay, so we'll have an upgrade in 1942, November of 1942. So not that far away actually. So, a increase in mortars, less 75s, same amount of 155s, sorry, 150s, less 50mm, yep, less 50mm, the new 75mm anti-tank gun Pack 40, that's quite a nice improvement, sweet. A reduction in anti-tank rifles. Slight reduction in MG42s. But yeah, having the Pack 40 is going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay, that resolves that issue. Yeah, to the Urals we go. It's going to take us a long time to get to the Urals. Depending on what we send anyway. Okay. Just one more partisan band. May as well head north, actually. That leads to that line, which is a better choice. Okay. Might as well move these forces up then. Not you, but the 27th. It's going to take them a decent amount of time to get there. I'd be better going from the north then. I'll have these forces sent north. They could be very useful in the fight for Gorky. Okay. So we have the Arab Motorized Brigade, we have Light Flak, then the 330-something infantry divisions, Nebelwerfers, a second Luftwaffe Field Corps, that should be nice, a few Luftwaffe Field Divisions in the future, replacement Finnish infantry battalions, nice. This is Heartsvine 2 and Heartsvine 3 music mixed with some Grigsby's music. Okay, can I transport any fuel? Fine. Okay, we're fine to move on to the next turn then. There's a lot of manpower. It's an absolutely absurd amount of manpower. Okay. So we do have tigers being produced. Can't get too many of them out there. I mean, what we'll have to do then is find, I don't know, we could put them in the speed tip towards Saratov, really. Yeah, that's true. It's Automotive Park and airfield on the unit you want to resupply on. The issue is that they've moved, really. We do have an airfield, we do have airfields here. And we do have that airfield there. I think it's they just simply have expended all their availability. Okay, you shouldn't be here. I'll put them in the 2nd Panzer Army, and then from the 2nd Panzer Army we'll put them into their appropriate corps. Okay, lock that. Now we also do have some siege mortars in here. We have the Karl 600mm siege mortar. Do we have a second one of those or anything else approaching that level of firepower. I'm going to need them to take Kibushev, or Kaibaishev. Kaibaishev, whatever. Okay, so that's the heaviest gun that we have. Okay. I suppose we'll, might as well move these forces up and start preparing. Use about 40% of our fuel. I can replace that anyway, I mean they're right on the rail lines. Cool EB shift. Okay. So once we use the infantry to blow these forces out of the water and clear the path, then we can advance on Saratov. I mean, we could always swing back down here, but it's not a priority anymore, really. Okay, so we'll advance here then. See how the turn resolves. Guten Tag, Cassie. I don't know if they're broken out about. Possibly. Though it does look as though it might have held for the time being. I do wish I'd moved a little bit further south and, well. They're broken out. Even so, these forces can be easily contained. It would have been nice to clear up all these armoured cores, but well. Can't have everything. Ideally, once we're finished with the Caucasus, we can advance upon the Volga and have a solid defensive line upon the Volga, and I have a phone call, so I shall be muted for a moment. Okay, apologies, just had to take that phone call. So not much really happened then in return, really. A few counter-offensives, but, well, I say counter-offensive, I suppose it is. But it's not like a strategic thing, it's more like just flailing. Okay, fairly light losses. If we consult the order of battle here, I mean, we can see the numbers, really. I mean, just the number of AFVs that we have is just insane. For the fact that the Red Army is receiving Lend-Lease consistently, I think at this point in time they'll be receiving about 600 AFVs per turn from Lend-Lease, or per month from Lend-Lease. It's just not making a goddamn difference. Okay, so these forces aren't cut off for the time being. But that'll soon change. Okay. Just let the AI handle the reconnaissance for the time being. I do need to push these airfields forward. So this seems to be where the... Jesus. I was going to say, if they were just further to the south here, that would have been absolutely amazing for all that fuel that we could have taken. Yeah, that seems to be where the vast majority of the Red Army Air Force is. Not the Red Air Forces. I can't remember the name of the Red Air Force. I always forget the name. Okay. So we have the Arab Motorized Brigade over here. They should be fairly handy. They do have a few armoured cars. Righto. Just have to make Dubin, I suppose. Yeah, that's the VBS. I was thought... couldn't remember if it was the VBI or the VBS. Okay. Still relatively light in terms of fuel. Knowing the Soviets, it would be like the People's Air Commissariat or something like that. Okay. That's rather surprising. A fairly tough old cavalry corps. Might as well grab the headquarters here, actually. So we have the 50th Army, we have the 47th Army. And as well, we have the 58th. The Transcaucasus front will be around here somewhere, I'm sure of it. And for the love of God, the stream has dropped again. Why? There we go, okay. Seems Firefox wants to fuck with me today. Fourth Guard. I mean, I would like to take a Rosny. And there's some fairly stiff resistance here. What do we have here then? So we have 2 army commands, okay. Might as well just cut them off. Seems like further reinforcements. How you doing there, tank? And it's going to take time to advance further south here. Yeah, fuel's an issue, supply's something of an issue, but we do have the rail line not far away now. Couple turns and we'll be down there. I suppose I might as well move these airfields up over here, back towards the fuel lines, make them actually useful. Plus I don't want them in such a danger. Oh good, they're pulling back. There we go. Right, still trying to draw them back. Ah, bugger, I'll just pull back. Might as well pull back to that defensive position. Do we force a river crossing here? I mean, it's going to cost us... and it's going to be difficult. Might as well push across here where the Romanians are. Okay. So they have seemingly reinforced this area of the line here. We do have infantry and we do obviously have the armoured forces right behind them. So, we have the capability to I think I might go for a encirclement then, to be honest. What we'll do then is we'll lay the groundwork with the infantry, set up an encirclement. And I do have more than enough armoured forces. I mean, this is like the entire 2nd Panzer Army and elements of another Panzer Army. I mean, I would like to ship the other 2 Panzer Armies down there, or at least the rest of the other 2 Panzer Armies down there. Let's just actually get them down there. Are our lines up this turn? Our lines are still down this turn, which is irritating as all hell. Yeah. Need to have them linked up in multiple places. Okay. Oops. Okay, so we have to go that way anyway. Okay. At least we can start working on this and then we'll link it back up over here. Let's see, when do we expect the foul weather? So we still have clear weather for the time being. I wouldn't say that we have too long now, considering that the month is going to be coming to an end soon enough. But we should be able to make it to Saratov. I mean, I just simply need to push these forces out of the way. Make it to Saratov, have the Yak 1 production there shut down. Yeah, Saratov at Engels. Good amount of supply, good amount of fuel. Not a lot of fuel, but it should last us anyway. And then possibly after the winter we can springboard into the city over here. Oh well. Gorky should be achievable. I just need to direct a few extra forces there. They do have a couple brigade. Well, they have this rifle brigade here. I should, with the forces that will be reassigned from the 18th Army, be able to smash that should we actually get those forces there in time. Even if not, it's still going to happen eventually. I'll be entertained about to see how the Red Army responds in the winter to come. Okay. So, unfortunately, I am out of time for today, so I'd like to thank you all so very much for watching. I really do hope this stream is like one solid stream, otherwise I'm going to be really irritated. So yes, thank you guys for watching, and I'd hope to see you again soon in the future. So goodbye for now. See you all very soon. Have a great day. I suppose morning for a lot of you. Goodbye for now.